In the realm of horror, few figures cast a shadow as long and chilling as Michael Myers. His presence is a haunting reminder of the darkness that can reside within humanity. He is the embodiment of pure evil, a force of nature disguised as a man. His cold, emotionless mask hides the malevolence that drives him, making him an unstoppable force. His name whispers through the annals of cinema, synonymous with Halloween night and the terror that lurks in the dark. The mere mention of Michael Myers sends shivers down the spine of those who know his story. Myers is not a ghost, a demon, or a creature of myth. He is a man. Yet he transcends the ordinary, becoming a symbol of fear itself. He is something far more unsettling, a human monster. His lack of humanity is what makes him so terrifying, a relentless predator who knows no mercy. His story is one of childhood trauma twisted into a lifetime of violence, a seemingly innocent child transformed by a single horrific event into a harbinger of death. He is the boogeyman given flesh and bone, a chilling reminder that evil can wear the most ordinary of faces. His mask, devoid of expression, reflects the emptiness within. Michael's tale unfolds in the quiet, unsuspecting town of Haddonfield, Illinois, a place where the mundane meets the macabre, forever changed by his presence. It is here on a cold Halloween night that a 6-year-old boy commits an unspeakable act, setting into motion a chain of events that will forever scar the town and its inhabitants. The horror that began that night would echo through generations, a dark legacy that refuses to fade. The origins of Michael Myers are shrouded in darkness. What drove a seemingly ordinary child to commit such an atrocious act remains a mystery. Some whisper of a darkness that possessed him, a malevolent force that took root in his soul. Others point to the mundane evils of a broken home, a fractured psyche that shattered under the weight of neglect and abuse. Whatever the cause, the result is absolute and terrifying. On that fateful Halloween night, Michael, dressed in a clown costume, takes the life of his older sister Judith. The act is brutal, calculated, and utterly devoid of remorse. From this point forward, Michael becomes known simply as the Shape, a chilling moniker that speaks to his lack of humanity. He is no longer a child, but a force of nature driven by an insatiable thirst for blood. No image is more iconic to the Halloween franchise than the mask worn by Michael Myers. It has become a symbol of fear and dread, instantly recognizable to fans and horror enthusiasts alike. More than just a disguise, the mask is a symbol of his transformation, a physical manifestation of the monster he has become. When Michael dons the mask, he sheds any remnants of humanity, becoming an unstoppable force of evil. The mask itself is deceptively simple, a white, expressionless face, devoid of any humanizing features. This simplicity is what makes it so terrifying. It is a blank canvas that allows viewers to project their own fears and anxieties onto it. It is the face of a void, a blank slate upon which viewers project their deepest fears. The emptiness of the mask reflects the emptiness within Michael himself, a void that cannot be filled or understood. The lack of emotion only amplifies the terror, for it is impossible to reason with or appeal to the humanity of a creature that seems to have none. This unfeeling nature makes Michael Myers an enigma, a puzzle that cannot be solved. The mask becomes a symbol of Michael's own emptiness, the absence of any discernible motive or emotion. He is a blank slate, driven by an unknown force that compels him to kill without reason or remorse. He kills not out of anger, hatred, or even pleasure, but with the cold, calculated efficiency of a machine. This mechanical nature makes him all the more terrifying as he operates without the constraints of human emotion. He is death personified, and the mask is his calling card. It is a symbol of the inevitability of his actions, a reminder that no one is safe from his relentless pursuit. The mask, in its simplicity, becomes the ultimate representation of fear. Michael Myers is often described as the embodiment of pure evil. He operates outside the boundaries of human morality, driven by an insatiable bloodlust that defies explanation. He is a force of nature as relentless and unstoppable as a hurricane. What makes Michael truly terrifying is his lack of vulnerability. He seems immune to pain, shrugging off gunshots, stab wounds, and even falls from great heights. This supernatural resilience only adds to his mystique, suggesting that he is more than just a man. Michael's silence is another key component of his terror. He moves through the world like a predator, observing his prey with cold, calculating eyes. He never speaks, never reveals his thoughts or motivations. He is a blank slate, a terrifying enigma that defies comprehension. Section 5, The Curse of Thorn, a supernatural explanation. Some interpretations of the Halloween franchise delve into the supernatural origins of Michael's evil. These interpretations suggest that his malevolence is not just a result of psychological issues or a traumatic past, but something far more ancient and mystical. The Curse of Thorn storyline, introduced in later films, suggests that Michael is not merely a psychopath, but the vessel for an ancient Celtic curse. This curse, known as Thorn, is symbolized by a rune that appears on Michael's hand, marking him as the chosen one. According to this lore, the Curse of Thorn compels a chosen individual to sacrifice a blood relative on Halloween night, thus perpetuating a cycle of violence and darkness. This ritualistic killing is believed to bring prosperity to the tribe or cult that enacts it, at the cost of the chosen one's humanity. This explanation adds a layer of mythology to Michael's character, transforming him from a human monster into something even more sinister. It suggests that his relentless pursuit of his victims is driven by an ancient supernatural force beyond his control. The Curse of Thorn, whether taken literally or metaphorically, speaks to the cyclical nature of violence and the idea that evil can be passed down through generations. It raises questions about fate, destiny, and whether some individuals are doomed to repeat the sins of their ancestors. It suggests that some evils are so profound, so deeply rooted in the human psyche, that they defy rational explanation. This supernatural angle adds a chilling depth to the Halloween series, making Michael Myers not just a figure of fear, but a symbol of an ancient, unending curse. Many masks, one evil, navigating the timelines. The Halloween franchise is notorious for its complex and often contradictory timelines. Various sequels, reboots, and reimaginings have offered different interpretations of Michael's story, adding layers of complexity to his character. Some films lean into the supernatural elements, exploring the Curse of Thorn and Michael's seemingly supernatural resilience. Others present a more grounded, psychological approach, focusing on the trauma and dysfunction that shaped him into a killer. Despite these variations, certain core elements remain consistent across all iterations of the Halloween mythos. Michael's brutal origin story, his iconic mask, and his relentless pursuit of Laurie Strode are all integral to his character. Haddonfield, where fear takes root. The fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois, serves as the primary setting for Michael Myers' reign of terror. It is a quintessential American town with its idyllic suburban streets, friendly neighbors, and annual Halloween celebrations. This idyllic backdrop stands in stark contrast to the horrors that unfold within it. The juxtaposition of the ordinary and the extraordinary amplifies the sense of dread, for it suggests that evil can lurk anywhere, even in the most seemingly safe and familiar of places. Haddonfield becomes a microcosm for the anxieties of suburban America, a place where the facade of normalcy can be easily shattered by the intrusion of violence and chaos. The Dance of Death, Michael and Laurie. No relationship is more central to the Halloween franchise than that of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. In some timelines, Laurie is Michael's younger sister, forever linked to him by a shared history of trauma. In others, she is simply a random target chosen by fate to become his ultimate obsession. Regardless of their specific connection, Laurie represents the one person who consistently manages to evade Michael's grasp. She is a symbol of resilience, a survivor who refuses to be defined by the trauma inflicted upon her. Their relationship is a deadly game of cat and mouse, a dance of death that spans decades and multiple timelines. Laurie's determination to survive stands in direct opposition to Michael's relentless pursuit, creating a dynamic that is both terrifying and strangely compelling. A legacy of fear, Michael Myers in popular culture. Michael Myers has transcended the realm of horror cinema to become a pop culture icon. His iconic mask is instantly recognizable, appearing on everything from t-shirts and Halloween costumes to tattoos and street art. His influence can be felt in countless other horror films, television shows, and video games. He is the archetype of the slasher villain, a silent, unstoppable force of nature that preys on the innocent. Michael Myers' enduring popularity speaks to our primal fear of the unknown, the darkness that lurks at the edge of our vision. He is a reminder that evil can take many forms and that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we create ourselves.